couple more people jump on. But I'm really excited. I am Fit24 Michelle. You can find me on Instagram and Facebook as well. But I'll be bringing you different tips and advice on exercise, healthy habits, positive mindset, and anything else you guys request from me on my social media. I am a Reformer and Mat Pilates instructor. I'm certified to teach Reformer Pilates and Mat Pilates globally, and I have my own Pilates business. But I know people are struggling, especially here in Australia at the moment, with interest rate rises and the cost of living going up. So today I'm just going to do a quick little live showing you different plank variations so that you can do your own at-home workouts, because I know as a mum myself, when money gets tight, sometimes our own self-care can get put on the back burner. And you know, the first thing really for people to cut back on is gym memberships. I know this because I work in a gym as well. Also group fitness, sometimes people can't afford to keep going to those. So you come here to YouTube to find free workouts. So I'm not going to give you a whole workout, I'm just going to give you some pointers so that when you're doing a plank, maybe in a group fitness setting or from doing free YouTube workouts, you've got the right kind of purpose and intention behind it to get the most out of it. So we'll start with the beginner's pose first of all. So kneeling. So we can be on all fours for a plank. And what I want you to think about is, are your knees lining up with your hips? And when you have your arms or your hands down on the floor, you want your wrists to line up with your armpits. So all we're going to do, like if I'm holding a plank like this right now, I could talk for hours. It's super easy, it's not hard. So to really do this with intention, the key is anything that's touching the ground. So in my case, it's my toes, my shins, my knees and my hands. You want to push actively into the floor as hard as you can while you're holding your plank. So even now, on all fours in a beginner's plank, I've just made this a lot harder. So, you know, you can do this with me or you can replay it, but I want you to think about all your points of contact on the floor, pushing as hard as you can. Right, next option is you can have your knees a little bit further back, but you don't want your butt up in the air like that. We want to push our waistband towards the floor and kind of scoop your bottom forward. And same again, right now I'm not really trying. This is quite easy, I could talk all day. But if now I push just with my feet and my knees hard and my hands, it tenses up that back part of your shirt. You're really working much harder, and you can almost hover your knees off the floor because you're pushing so hard into the floor. So there's your second option for a plank with your knees a little bit further back. Good. Now, next option is on our toes. So all you got to do is really lift up onto the toes. Remember, keep that bottom down. Don't have it up in the air. It doesn't matter if you're doing Reformer Pilates, Mat Pilates, or you know, you're just in the gym or at home doing a workout. Now when I'm pushing into the floor is my toes as hard as I can and my hands. The back of my shirt's puffing up nicely, and this is much harder. If you want to go one harder than this, we're going to bend our knees, straighten your legs. Bend your knees, straighten your legs. So pushing as hard as you can into the ground, getting a whole body workout. Beautiful. One more thing I'm going to show you, because this is a very quick clip and I'm going to keep bringing these to you, is those of you that have wrist injuries, or maybe you're holding a plank and it gets that little bit too much, you go down on your forearms. So even in the gym when I'm instructing people, it's a really good modification, is just go down onto your forearms, but keep your hands flat on the ground. And from there, you can go into your full plank with that bottom down, and you push as hard as you can into your elbows, into your hands and your toes, holding that plank. And ideally, you're just looking at that gap in between your hands. And we're done. So I'm going to be bringing you more goodies like this. It's not to replace whatever you're doing to stay healthy and fit, but it's just another option so that when you're doing exercises such as a plank, you know the correct way to be pushing against the floor to get the most out of it. And you've got different variations for easy, medium, and hard. Hope you guys loved it. Can't wait to give you more. Thank you.